believe, yeah.
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
And this game is dark, man, with the suicide discussions and the bullying, and still got the Yakuza, heart on top of it. But man, catch a tiger by its toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Hey, what are you doing?
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore.
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days. Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
It wasn't us. It wasn't me. Do. It wasn't me.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Bahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers.
So I have 10, 11, 12, and 13. Four
Well,
chapters
we still
left.
got time
And
till Shirosaki
I don't know if there's a
Sensei gets here.
post or
Why don't you take
epilogue
a breather,
or whatever.
Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamacho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make 'em pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Since I'm out, might as well check on how the city's doing. I'll go kill some time somewhere. Okay, 80,000 is next. Because we really need to be able to do more damage. Like, our output for damage in this game is not great. And I want to know where this fucking boxing gym is. Beating up some random guys in Japan. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
And stay down.
These purple tracksuits. No, I wanted food, not the... Oh, this place. We have, like, story missions here and shit like that. Triple barbecue. Triple barbecue.
Starving. Starting to feel pretty tasty. Thanks.
YOLO. YOLO swag 420. YOLO swag 420. Get out of my way, motherfuckers.
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey.
OJA, what's up, friend?
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
Got it. Then I'll head back soon.
Thanks.
As soon as I get back to Charles, Yui Mamiya is going to answer every single one of my questions. Yeah, I'm not doing that yet, though. I'd rather go beat people up. I don't actually know. Are they not letting me? Ah, foot to the face.
Really, guys?
How you doing, OJA? I hope you're having a lovely day, my friend. Small screw. Large screw. Some of the things you pick up in these games makes me laugh. A pebble. Pick up cigarette butts for some reason. OJA, 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 OJA. OJA, are you gonna be around on Saturday? I will do my cosplay on Saturday. I mean, does Twitch ever want to work, OJ? Does Twitch ever want to work? Let's just be real. Is that what it is? It makes sense. Yeah, the servers, like, this morning when I was on my cell phone at work watching, were like, the app kept crashing. And I'm just like, God damn it.
Really, guys?
God dang it, Bobby. OJ, do you know what these coins and the points on the skateboard buy eventually, or mean, or? I'm not even sure if you played through this one.
And stay down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go do the story. I have I need so many points before I'm ready for the next level. Oh, okay. Man. At this point, I'll have played every... I think I'll have played every game that's been, like, mainline and spin-off that's been released in America. Except, I don't know if any of those zombie games or whatever, but, like, I played everyone I could buy on Steam. It's funny saying only main series, OJA, because that's still 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like, I mean, that's still 8 games. And I somehow messed up counting to 8, but here we are. Yep. And I have played all of those besides Like a Dragon 2.
And stay down.
Dude, I think you need to play, the Man Who Erased His Name. Man. It feels like it should be considered a mainline
Really?
game with how important that game
You too,
is.
Genda Sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our
I
condolences.
know, Jay. But
Looks like
I want to tell you, you get the ultimate payoff at the end of The Man Who Erased His Name, especially regarding Kiryu and, like, the kids. That shit made me fucking cry like a baby, man. I was crying on stream good that day.
mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Oh, I know. I'm not. I'm trying. I was trying to get a general idea without any spoilers. Yeah, I wasn't trying to give you. No, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it! Can I replay what I just missed on accident? I was trying to talk to you, and then... I was trying not to spoil you, OJ, and then I... God damn it. God dang it, Bobby. Uh, 6. Okay. God damn it. I'm really gonna have to do that all again. Because I didn't realize what I was doing. Ah, okay. I will plan that.
Well,
Fucking A, man. Yep. Completely a Zeke move. I think I've seen him do that before. I mean, I completely am not surprised I did it. I have to, like, the way you fucking do your health bar in this game compared to the other ones, like with the, how you have to have, like, so many fucking health bars up to a certain level before they'll let you. Why are there just, like, motorcycles flying?
And stay down.
Zeke is my streaming hero.
Hey.
Luckily, all I really lost was whatever bullshit experience I got, which wasn't very much. Yeah, but I think you would have a good time playing
Really?
the man who
You too,
erased his
Gender
name.
Sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
What did it just... What did it do? Oh, was that... Oh
Fine.
my... I thought I skipped it. I just skipped
Let's
it.
get this over with.
God damn it.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ihara's assault was designed to establish a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you
Oh,
confirm
I'm not...
if this is all accurate? so
OJ,
far,
I'm not
please?
telling you... Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that sometime you should play it for sure.
The person who
It's
groped
short
you on the
and...
train wasn't Ihara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event.
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijinsho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ihara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kawana posed as Ihara himself? So this Ihara was actually Kawana. Huh.
Yeah, that's a long game.
Sensei and Ihara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ihara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh.
You can print things in 3D now?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become Ihara-san.
Something like this? See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In
Yeah,
case
that
you
game's gonna be.
forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm not playing it for at least a month, OJA, so that all you other Yakuza lovers can get through it and like don't have to worry about it. Because I already get lower numbers playing these games.
Right.
So I'm like, I might as well
Assuming
wait a little
Kuwana
bit.
was Ahara's double. There's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Time to pull back the curtain on this case. Any evidence I'm unsure of, I need to press Mamiya on it right now.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ahara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ihara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ihara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ihara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarments. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers in the trace were from.
Just as I suspected, she and Ahara fabricated the harassment evidence long before it happened.
What the police found on Ihara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
I'd better press Mamiya on this evidence. Time to pull back the curtain on this groping case.
How about this, then?
What's this? A map of the station?
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
We've all been looking into it. So, let's say Ahara murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Ahara had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot.
Yeah.
Sound about right?
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
What do you make of this?
I mean, what's there to doubt?
I think if you play Rogue Trader next, you're going to be playing
tell
Rogue
me.
Trader for a long time.
The one running on the platform wasn't Ihara-san. It was Sensei pretending to be him, right?
Meaning...
There is no more meaning. That's all. The stand-in turned out to be none other
Yep.
than Jin.
Okay, well, what?
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting
Have a
taken
good one,
down
OJ.
first
Thanks for being
is the real
dope.
Ihara-san. Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. There'd be no way to swap places after getting caught like this. His sunglasses were removed too.
Also, the person who tripped him was one of ours. So was the one who took the smartphone video. If nobody tried to stop him, he would have just gotten away. But the most important part of it was pinning Ihara-san as the culprit out in public.
Right. If that didn't happen, the entire alibi goes up in smoke.
More or less.
So basically, this entire battery case was calculated from the start. Nothing but smoke and mirrors. This came out pretty clearly.
Uh-huh.
So the guy in the back is Kuwana posing as Ahara, right?
Yes. And he actually didn't lay a finger on me. His prints couldn't show up.
Sounds like you had a hell of a time getting this set up.
I didn't. But Sensei sure did.
Why is
Can you
everything
take a
like?
closer look at this?
I don't know.
That's the Ikebukuro station platform. What about it?
If Kuwana was pretending to be Ahara, then Kuwana was also the man in the video before he got on the train, correct?
Right. Didn't we go over this already?
Yes we did. How about this then?
And this is?
Before the incident, Ahara used this card.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ahara killed Mikoshiba in Ijincho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's stumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ehara-san beforehand and passed her the gate. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ehara-san when they switched places. That way, Ehara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean, yes,
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once Ehara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets off bullies. Ehara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kuwana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
Seems to be going well for them. The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara is a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death, and the courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kuwana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
Sensei and Ehara-san are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
Are we done here yet?
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ahara and Kuwana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ahara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ahara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
And we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Why would he
Will do.
accept an
So,
appeal?
we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
Pet a poodle. Pet a poodle. Pet a poodle. Pet a poodle.
Yo, Yagami. You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kuwana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would. There's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
I'm late tired.
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
Nothing directly pointing to Mamiya anyway. Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugiura is making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
Come on, man, why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow. Straight for the jugular, huh?
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
I know for a fact you'd help me out regardless, so why waste a good bow? Thanks for the drink.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
He does that all the time. Walks away. Bye. Time to call it a day. I'm just making tomfoolery noises as my stream slowly dies. Dude, my average yesterday was the lowest average viewer count I've had in years. I mean, fuck, it had to have been 3+ years. Maybe. It was a long time. I'm like, holy shit. It's just weird. I understand. I don't take it personally or anything. It's weird, the world we live in. Also, I know that people don't really particularly love these games, which doesn't help the fucking predicament.
Really, guys?
Does not help the predicament. No. Just picked up a potato. Potato. Beating people with bicycles, the way it's supposed to be.
And stay down.
Oh, I know, Vissy. I'm not complaining or anything. It was just weird yesterday. Like, hey, friend. I was saying that my viewer count yesterday was the lowest. Like, my average viewer count for my 3-hour stream was the lowest I've had in literal years. It was real low. Like, real low. And I was just like, that's weird. It's just streaming. It's the ups and downs of streaming. Man. Sometimes you just like, people aren't interested in what you're playing. People, whatever. It's like, yeah. It was just kind of an observation on the whole like streaming thing, you know. Like, I'm doing my best. I'm trying to put my best streams out there. And so, like, none of that. Whatever. It's that oddity of going, oh yeah, because people are around, you know. Ugh.
Really, guys?
I mean, you've done enough streams. Yeah, you know, you have that general idea of it. Need 50,000 points. Whee, okay. I could beat you up with no bicycle. No bicycle. How was your day, Vessi? I hope you had a good day, my friend.
And stay down.
Go sell. I don't have that much money, but I ate a weird Reese's cup from like Christmas time that had been left in my cabinet before stream, and it is messing with my belly, and I don't know what it is. I mean, are you sleeping better these days, or are you still not sleeping? Because it seems like you're up all night not sleeping.
いらっしゃいませ。
I'm sorry, friend. That is the worst. That is the worst. Let's see what he's got. Can we compare it? Whatever.
ありがとうございました。
Did I just buy a second pair of those? I did.
いらっしゃいませ。
That was real stupid. So I basically just threw away 50,000. God damn it. So you don't have sleep apnea or anything like that, Vissy. It is just pretty much from your brain surgery. Am I, like, assessing that right? Oh, that sucks so bad. Can't they do anything about it? Like, do pills not work? Do edibles not work for you? I mean, I mean, I know with how you consume marijuana. Oh man. I don't sleep very well either, but I'm not like, some nights I do, some nights I don't. I don't know, but Jesus, yeah.
So, you're recommending an appeal. I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Yui Mamiya told us some things, like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well,
Your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ahara-san, we have a much better
Yeah.
grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent. As far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal. And we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Except that you weren't.
Oh?
You wanted to give the man
Yeah.
who pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror. There's no way you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
And then...
You need the whole play-by-play? Even though you already know it?
Yeah.
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
I'll use a piece of evidence to show what he did next after beating up Mikoshiba.
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba,
Okay, and what exactly is the point of showing this to me?
hang on.
Exactly.
Wasn't what I
Soul.
meant to pull out.
I mean,
As for what you did next after...
Okay, and...
hang on. As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba,
It's quite a home video.
without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's
I mean that
body
makes
that could be
sense.
traced
That
back
makes
to
sense,
you,
Soul.
you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30
Except I'm really tall, unlike an underpants gnome.
a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba and Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the undergarments she had prepared. The police would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station.
Makes
After
sense.
that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at Shinjuku Station. Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, well, We've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt you. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied.
Lies.
There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, the teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba? Because all of his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Ahara-san?
There shouldn't have been any evidence of Mikoshiba's bullying. Who told Ahara the truth?
Did Kawana really tell you? You found enough motive to murder Mikoshiba on hearsay?
Tiny.
No. That doesn't sound right at all.
Okay.
Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
As they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying. But only to her old teacher over the phone.
How's it going,
She had
Josie?
no idea.
It's going all right? Going all right, my friend?
What?
Kawana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Yeah, I got some work done today at work, and I just came home, ate some more pork belly, and back to the Lost Judgment.
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. And that was probably all my fault. He was bullied in middle school, too. Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I chewed him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Grow spine, I told him.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah. I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed about it. And I should have listened when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again. No matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end,
nice.
He still suffered.
It is Taco
That's
Wednesday.
why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
Kremlin! He still won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba. Must be killing him too.
So the
not
first
to.
time Kuwana
How you doing,
showed
buddy?
up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold. But it paid off.
How you doing, buddy?
A debt of gratitude. He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Goshiba, and that he'd urged other families to avenge the children they lost to bullying. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own
Oh,
discretion,
you're good, Kremlin.
laws would cease.
Whenever you want to show up, you're good, my friend. Would you like to make it fuck berserker? Would you like to suck my cock berserker?
To serve their function. If the law isn't fair to everyone,
I gotta fucking
no one
book
will
a
obey.
hotel tonight.
The law is
TwitchCon,
only
even
able
though I
to
don't know where I'm
hold powerless
going.
because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Then tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face? To overlook those the law won't judge is to
I mean, dude, it's in September, and you book it now so you don't like lose a
those the
hotel.
law couldn't protect.
To render justice with confidence.
I don't, Berserker. There's a good chance I don't even go.
You require sufficient
Yeah,
evidence.
TwitchCon.
Some of the victims' families refused.
There's a good chance I don't go with finances, but I need to at least book a hotel in case I do. I mean, it's probably 50-50 at this point. It's San Diego again.
But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Kuwana-san to the police. Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kuwana-san presents
Zelda,
a
sit.
solution that resonates
Sit.
with people,
Sit, Zelda.
being that the
Sit.
law is unfair
girl.
and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough.
Too far, Kremlin.
Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hiromi Kushiba walked free. He even got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher. Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake, I can't turn a blind eye to a world where
It's not just Canadian plane prices; it's plane
the
prices.
Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Yagami-san, did he just...
This is the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Kuwana-san's plan was impressive, almost airtight. I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kuwana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
Yep, Krem.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation to tell you.
Ahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course. Just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs. It wouldn't matter.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
No, that's not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law.
Yeah,
don't you?
Krem.
The same system that determined Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
Zelda's sitting right here, like down right under this monitor is right here. And if I stop petting her, she swipes at me to keep petting her.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san.
Ahara's achieved most of what he wanted to do, but can't overlook what he's already done.
The prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikushiba's murder. Then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court.